Hello everyone, I just have a couple of new invasion clips for you, and these series events had me in stitches, and I really wanted to share them. So I'm invading, as I usually do, get SL level 20 in the undead settlement, and I roll up on this guy. He was called Get Good Casual. And my God, you couldn't try any harder if you were trying. I mean, this guy was good. He knew his shit, and in this first fight, he absolutely pushes my shit back in, like to an enormous degree. But by the end, well, you'll see what will happen. And so I'm doing my usual thing here, swapping between the crossbow and the small shield for parrying, and you know, this guy, he's try-harding. He's got the Llewellyn shield. He's got the dark hand. I think I sort of discovered later he was on New Game Plus. Get the guard break on him here. I felt I had the advantage at this point. He seemed to be playing quite passively, and like most try-hards, he was looking for parries, and he wasn't being very successful. But this is where it all starts to go wrong for me. Either I underestimated him, or he had a really good read on me, or he was just spamming parry. I'm not entirely certain, because that won't be the last parry he gets on me in this fight. And at this point, I'm still assuming it's a duel because he hasn't healed, so I'm not chugging, and then chug. Okay, fine. That's, you know, it's an invasion. You chug away. So I'm doing my old crossbow turn and burns there, and trying to mix it in with some melee. Yeah, it doesn't work quite as well as it usually does. This guy's pretty tanky as well. He's invested a hell of a lot of points in vigor, and so he gets his crossbow out, and we try to have a little crossbow off. Yep, he's spamming parry. Every time he sees me swing, he'll want to parry. Yeah, I don't want to give him a read on me, so he could get that parry, and like, I'm not swinging. I try and get the wake up there, and I absolutely fail because I don't want. Yeah, see, I get the parry there, but I didn't trust myself, so I rolled out. Stupidly, I wouldn't have been able to have killed him, I don't think, even with the deep dagger. But there we go. He gets another parry on me. That's fair enough. That was quite a telegraphed attack, so you know, fair enough for that one. So you know, he's got straight shot for the chase down, and he's trying to get that last bit of damage on me. But I'm trying to do my turn and burns to get him off me to give me room to heal. I'm not swinging twice, but boom, he gets me. Either that was very well read, or he just got lucky. Yeah, I honestly don't. I can't tell at this point. And he gets another one to finish me off. So yeah, I get my shit absolutely pushed in on that fight, and I wouldn't have minded so much. But oh fucking dear, he gives me the point down. So I never forget a face, mate. So I move on from the undead settlement after a while, and I do some invasions in the forest. I didn't really have a lot of fun in the forest. There was a lot of laggy gankers around, and mostly from Japan, I'm assuming. So I wasn't having a lot of fun. But oh, hello, it's Get Good Casual again. Let's give him a hand chasing down this host. He's done all the heavy lifting in killing the phantoms. Let's give him a hand with this host. Surely he'll appreciate that. All is forgiven. Get Good Casual. You are surely a king amongst men. Oh, wait. Fortunately, the host gets killed by the PvE, and Mr. Get Good Casual he just keeps trying to go for me. I don't know if he remembered me, or he just doesn't like other invaders. So, after another little while, it was a good hour of invading at this point. I roll up on this guy, Dank Trolls, I realise at this point I'd swapped the character name recognition to online ID so I could block a few Lagmeisters. So this is Get Good Casual with his weak fucking ass fighter PL, lost my sanity, force push bullshit. So I see right through that. I'm not going to fall for it. At this point I realise who it is, and it's old Get Good Casual. And he gives me the point down because, of course, he does. He's a tryhard. So we duke it out, and I'm not fair. I'm not fancying my chances, given how much he fucking wrecked me the first time around. So I'm doing my best, you know, giving me turn and burns. He starts mocking me here for my miss parry, and oh, fucking karma is beautiful, isn't it? Oh, it just makes me weep. So I get a, no, I would love to admit that that was intentional, but that was completely by accident. But it was beautiful, wasn't it? Oh right. Forewarning: this invasion goes on for a good while. So if you want, you can skip to the end, because you'll see in a minute I resort to such a cheesy tactic. You may as well rename me Crossbow Jesus. If this guy is Meta Jesus, I am Crossbow Jesus, destroyer of Meta Jesus. So, you know, he's trying his hardest. He's got his parry shield. He wants that parry. He wants to Hornet Ring repost me with the Dark Hand. So I go about my business. Yeah, there he goes. Oh. Try and go for the backstab, didn't work. We're both throwing out ill-advised parries. I must admit though, I don't parry, miss my parries as much as these guys do. I mean, at least, I don't know, at least I know that there is a chance that the person's going to swing when you're doing like setup parries or wake up parries, but this guy's just spamming them out. Yeah, and so I resort to this trick. Like I said in my last video, crossbow crossbow turn and burns work, people. They just fucking work, and this guy, he couldn't counter it for the entire fight. He spoiler alert, he ends up giving up at the end. Unfortunately there's no flashy finish where I parry him and Hornet Ring repost him to get some sweet karmic justice. It's just non-stop crossbow turn and burns, and he doesn't get a fucking clue. And he gives me the applause there. He's like, oh, well done, you can fire a crossbow. Oh, I'm going to fucking parry you. But unfortunately, it doesn't fucking work, because I'm like, nope, I'm not going to swing on you. Well, I do swing there. I'm not going to swing on you unless I know you're not going to parry me. Like, I'm not an idiot anymore. Like, I know what you're about. I'm going to fucking crossbow cheese you until you get a clue. I missed my parry there, so, you know. Like I said, I'm not he's not the only one. And he gets me with the Hunter Charm there. Very well timed. But fortunately, the dogs are on the action. And the thing about the Dark Hand, it has great damage, but it has shit range. So, getting these crossbow turn and burns were easy, because he swings and he can't reach me. And I can just freely turn around and spam crossbow bolts at him. He's trying to get me with a Hunter Charm. He wants to apply the pressure, but he simply can't. Not with that Dark Hand, anyway. Try and go for the pivot backstab through that, but no such joy. I mean, you see he's chipping through. He is actually hitting me, so it's not like this is an impossible strategy to beat. But he just doesn't adapt to the situation he's in. Like, having his shield up would have done him a lot better, and having a higher stability shield would have done him a lot better. You see, he's throwing poison throwing knives at me, and I saw him do that in the little we saw of him in the forest. He was throwing poison throwing knives, or I assume poison throwing knives. I don't know if he's trying to prop poison on me or what, but these throwing knives are pretty pants. The poison build-up is very slow, and you'll see. Lucky for me, I come prepared. So, oh look, purple moss clumps, because I was in the forest. Sorry, mate. So, you know, I'm just strafing his stuff. And oh look, crossbow turn and burn again. And like, I'm flirting with these dogs as well, so I have a little bit of PvE backup. So he could have quite easily run back to the bonfire, or you know, chose the battleground that favoured him more than me. I mean, I'm in this big open area, you know. So I have lots of room to manoeuvre, lots of room to run up and down to bait him into crossbows. And another miss parry from me, and another couple from him. I think at this point I was actually I was nearly wetting myself with disbelief over how much this was working against this guy. I fully expected him to fucking steamroll me like he did in the first fight. And now the dogs get involved. So he's got something else he has to swing at, and from this is sort of when I understood that these were new game. This was new game +1. He's getting a significant amount of damage from the dogs, and it takes a couple of swings to kill them. And I mean, I know he's probably only level 20, but yeah. Oh, maybe he is only on new game plus. I don't know. Who knows? So I think at this point he sort of starts to give up. And maybe he was doing some menu swaps, I'm not sure, but he sort of starts to reaction roll my crossbow, which, you know, is what he should be doing. It's quite slow and it moves in a straight line. It's not hard to reaction roll. So I give him the cheeky applause, saying, "Oh, well done." And he gives me the point down back, and he gets a crossbow to the face for it. Oh god, I was roaring with laughter. Just baiting him into pointing down. It was amazing. So he can't really say stay still for me and the dog. So there we go. Get him in the blender a little bit. One of the few times I actually melee attack during this game. You see I've only got 2 explosive bolts left. I've been spamming on this guy non-stop. I'm not sure when he decides that enough is enough, but I think it's coming up soon. See, now I've confused him because I've been spamming my crossbow so much. He's gotten into the habit of not parrying every movement I make, and so when that happens, you can let out a few R1s with your straight sword, and they're not expecting it. All they're expecting is another crossbow. So yeah, rather than mixing up the melee timings exclusively, mixing up between ranged and melee seemed to work wonders against this guy. Just walking up to me and pressing parry, I love it. Oh dear, this poor guy. Found as well the closer you can get to your opponent, the better. And there he is. He decides to give up. He fucking commits seppuku. Oh dear. I'm sorry, mate. GG. Stop parrying so much. All right. I'm sorry if this offended you and gave you cancer. It certainly gave me fucking cancer as well. But I love it. That was so funny. I think at that point I was ready to shit myself with laughter. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.